A few weeks back, my son Henry and I embarked on a 3.5-hour-long video ordeal of filming ourselves building this Lego Stratocaster and Princeton kit that he had gotten me for Christmas. And before we get into that part of the video, because that's the main part of the video, is me sitting with Henry building this thing and then, time-lapsing it so it's not actually nearly 4 hours long. Before I get into those details, I want to show off the details of this kit because we didn't really have a chance to show off close-ups and stuff like that. We were focused on just building it. And the details here are just incredible. They didn't skip anything. Like, this is way more detailed than I ever expected a Lego kit guitar to be. I mean, they've got the wiggle stick in there. They have the output jack. They have the pickup selector switch. They have the knobs. Sure, they have little custom parts for the pickups. They have correct fret spacing and the correct amount of frets. They have tuners that you can actually turn on the back of the headstock. And you can actually tune the strings by twisting these little guys up here and make them tighter so that they don't flop around and stuff like that. They have a neck plate, a Fender branded neck plate on there, as well as, the spring cavity cover. They've got a strap here. The details are just ridiculous. It came with a folding guitar stand. That's part of the kit that you build. It's got little rubber parts on it so the guitar doesn't slide around. The back plate for the spring cavity locks in there so it's not going to fall over. It's a miracle of Lego design, and I'm incredibly impressed by it. And then the amp. It's a Princeton, so obviously I'm already impressed with it. I need 2 of these things, right? But they designed it so you can open up the top and have a look in there. It has all these parts that make it look like a real tube amp. It's got all the guts in there. I'm gonna crack this thing open. I'm gonna unbuild it a little bit, pull out the foot switch. I'll unplug the guitar as well, because there's just so much going on with this kit. And I want to show off the level of just nerdy detail going into it. There's the speaker in the back. You got tubes back here and the correct wires to connect the speakers and the reverb pan. The reverb pan has a piece in it that you can't even see, indicating a spring. It's inside of the pan here. Maybe I'll be able to find a close-up shot. You can see the spring there. It even came with little pieces to represent guitar picks, and the instructions tell you to throw them in the back of the amplifier so that you can find them later, which is what, a lot of us do. We throw our picks random places like that. They end up in the back of your amp sometimes. Just all these little details. It's got a serial number on the back of the amplifier. I really nerded out over the amplifier. They even got like the grill cloth correct and stuff like that. 2 inputs, knobs that turn, and a jewel light. The logo, you can tilt it just right. So yeah, I'm super duper impressed with this whole thing. Whoever designed this thing did a killer job. It is incredibly satisfying as a guitarist and a longtime lover of Legos to spend that 3.5 hours with my son, even though it was a really long video and it took a lot to edit it, is extremely satisfying for me. So I think I just want to lead into this video by saying, if you have been thinking about getting one of these, and obviously you're watching this channel, so you're a guitar fan, you might be a Lego fan. If you are a Lego fan and a guitar fan, yeah, it's a no-brainer. If you're shopping for someone who's a guitar player and a Lego fan, no-brainer. This is an amazing gift. This video is not sponsored, by the way. I have this because my son got it for me for Christmas. There's no sponsorships going on here. I wonder if I'll be able to find an affiliate link for this kit. There's a possibility that probably not, unless it's on Amazon or Sweetwater or something like that. But yeah, I fully sign off on this kit. I think it's a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy watching Henry and I put it together. we had a lot of fun making it. Henry was a real trooper. He sat here right next to me for 3.5 hours and only started to ask if he could leave in like the last 40 minutes or something like that. So anyways, thanks for clicking the video. Watch as much as you want or don't watch any at all. It's really more about documenting a fun moment with me and my son for him to watch 30, 40 years from now. Be like, yeah, that was a good time with my old man back when he had a YouTube channel. All right, enjoy the video, guys. We're doing a Henry video. Father-son guitar Lego building video. Henry gave me this Fender Strat and Princeton Lego kit for Christmas, and we haven't had a chance to do a video putting it together, but now it's spring break. Henry's got the whole week off, so we're spending the first day of spring break building this amazing and wonderful gift that I almost honestly bought for myself. Did you know that? I almost bought one of these for myself because I thought it was so cool. And then you went and got one for me for Christmas. That's a pretty good gift when you get someone something that they were already going to get for themselves, right? Are you afraid to talk on camera? A little? That's fine. That's a normal thing to feel around cameras. It's not normal to be like this and just be comfortable talking into a black lifeless lens, huh? For thousands of people to watch and scrutinize. Does that make you nervous? It should. That's healthy. All right, let's crack this thing open. I think we're supposed to open it at the bottom down here. These little tabs. Now, I was a big Lego kid when I was your age. And you have all my old Legos and all your uncle's old Legos put together in a big thing. But you're really not a big Lego player. You like Minecraft. Which is kind of like Lego, huh?
Yes, but there's no little dots.
Well, yeah, there are boxes, but there's no little dots on it. All right, but we didn't have Minecraft when I was your age. So Lego is the Minecraft that we have. Is this the instructions? This is like a fat legal packet. How hard is this gonna be? Did you get me like an expert level?
I don't know.
Lego kit? All right, this is quite the manual. All right, let's get ready. We're about to have an adventure here. Oh my gosh, it's a whole Fender pamphlet thing here. I'm assuming telling you about the history of Fender. Oh, there's a thing about the designer in here. That's cool. That's a really fun way to start this out. All right, so we have a choice in between the red guitar or the black guitar. I want to do the red guitar. Do you disagree?
I agree.
He agrees. Okay, we're doing the red guitar.
Oh, look, it has the Lego remover.
Oh, cool. You know, when I was a kid, those Lego removers, you would see them in like the Lego catalogs that would come in the mail. But I didn't have any way to order anything like that when I was a kid, because I was a kid, I didn't have a credit card. And I always wanted one, and now they just come with everything. These little guys right here. It's a little brick puller. I always wanted one of those. And they didn't sell them in the stores. Okay. It's been a while since either of us have built Legos, huh?
Yeah.
Hopefully we can figure this out. Sure, most of this is going to be time-lapse, because who wants to spend 4 hours watching us build the whole thing? Yeah, that's right. It's going to take 4 hours. I hope you went to the bathroom.
I did. I actually did.
Grown-up me, dad me, would be very mad to see me chewing on Legos and like trying to pull them off of things with my teeth. Like, stop it right now! You're gonna break all your teeth off! Henry had to go get his eye drops. He got pink eye over the weekend because of course he did. Going into spring break, we're gonna do pink eye and eye drops. All right, come here. You want to do it in here? You think you can do it standing up? He wanted to film this on Saturday, and his eyes were bright pink and he had boogers all around him. I was like, dude, I'm not putting you on camera while you have pink eye. Are you glad you waited until your pink eye looked a lot better to film? Okay, we're almost done with the stand. Then we can move on to exciting stuff like the guitar and the amp. The amp is the part I think I'm most excited about.
If the stand is this hard, imagine how hard the guitar is.
This isn't that hard. Come on. You think this is hard?
It took us like 20 minutes.
You're actually right. We've been rolling for 23 minutes.
Oh.
But at least 4 or 5 of that was us trying to get the intro figured out, right? Isn't that a cool little pick holder?
Yeah.
Someone sent that to us. They 3D printed it.
Really?
Yeah, do you know about 3D printers?
Yeah.
Someone sent me a 3D printed guitar. You want to see that?
Yeah.
Look at this, it folds out.
What?
There it is. And it folds out. Like a real guitar stand. I can't wait to put a guitar on there. All right, let me, ta-da! Guitar stand. Get it where you can see it. All right, 3D printed guitar. It's not put together. Someone 3D printed a whole guitar for us. I mean, it needs a neck and everything else. Someday I should probably put it together. It has our logo on the back. Pretty cool, huh? Ah! People these days have so many options for being creative. When I was a kid, all you had was Lego. Now you've got Minecraft and all sorts of open games where you can just build stuff and do whatever you want. People have 3D printers. They don't need to build things with Legos anymore. They can 3D print things out of plastic and make whatever they want. I'm sure there's some boring person in the comments like, oh, kids these days, they don't even have to play with Legos anymore. Yeah, they don't. They have cooler and better options. I wish I had Minecraft when I was your age. I wish there were 3D printers when I was a kid. That stuff didn't come around until I was old and boring and too busy to learn how to do any of that stuff. You might end up 3D printing stuff someday. Who knows? They might have 3D printers in high school by the time you get in high school. All right, now we start building the necks.
I guess it's not meant to be touched.
Well, yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a model that you put on your shelf. Did you know that there's grown-ups who collect toys?
Really?
Is that news to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's grown-ups who collect all sorts of toys. Like, have you ever heard of Funko Pops?
No.
There's a scary moment in Legoing when you think you don't have all the pieces. It's never actually happened to me. When I was, I used to have so many Legos. And it never actually happened to me that I got a kit that didn't have all the Legos in it. But you're always worried. Like when you're doing like a puzzle or something like that, you're like, oh man, I'm gonna get to the end of this and it's gonna be missing a piece. I just know it. Do you think when you're a grown up that you'll collect toys? You're kind of not a toy kid right now. You don't have a lot of, you have toys, but you're not like a toy kid. Do you disagree or do you think that's true?
Disagree.
You disagree? You are a toy kid?
I mean, I agree.
Oh, you agree. Do you, you like to spend your time like playing video games like Minecraft and stuff like that? You like to watch videos, you like to tell stories, but you're not a kid who really cares about toys that much. Do your friends like toys a lot? Or do you think most kids these days are just not that big into toys?
My friends like toys. Addison's like toys.
Yeah, Addison loves Legos, huh?
Yeah.
He's a big Lego kid. So it's not like a generational thing. It's a you thing. You're not a toy kid.
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't a huge toy kid either. Like, I loved my Legos, but I wasn't into a lot of other toys. This is going to be pretty good size, isn't it? I mean, we've got the stand here, so the scale's all starting to make sense. But do you think that you'll probably be into collecting toys as an adult someday?
I don't know.
It's good to not know.
Oh, look. Here's one of the pieces.
Yeah, the fretboard. There's a couple of them, huh?
Mm-hmm. We also got the long ones.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Oh, it's on my knee. I caught it on my knee. Oh, yeah.
We're looking around at the guitars in the room. If we ever can't figure out what we're building here, we just have to, like, oh, yeah, it kind of looks like that.
Just look at, or just turn around and look at the 1,000 guitars in front of us and behind us.
Clearly, I'm someone who's a toy collector with all these guitars, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't used to have this many guitars. You were very young. You were not born when I started this channel. You came along about a year after we started the podcast. Before that, believe it or not, I didn't have a lot of guitars. I have all these guitars because I do the podcast and the YouTube channel. Before all this, I think I had maybe 6, probably 5 guitars, including an acoustic. And now I've got more than that just behind us right now. And there's so many in the room, and they're all throughout the house, huh? It's a lot. Mm-hmm. It's kind of embarrassing sometimes to have so many guitars. I feel embarrassed sometimes.
Huh?
You don't understand that? You think that's weird to feel embarrassed about having a lot of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel kind of embarrassed about it sometimes because it's like, you know, like I'm not a collector that way. I just happen to have these things. It's part of my job to have these things. Some people like to collect guitars like this. They choose to, but I think if I didn't have the channel, I maybe would have 10 guitars by now. But I'd be very choosy about what I keep and don't keep, you know? And I think that's a more normal way, more average way for people to experience guitar as a hobby. Because there's people who play guitar professionally, and then there's people who do it as a hobby, right? Mm-hmm. Like, even though I'm in 2 bands right now and I play at church, my guitar playing is a hobby compared to the video making. Mm-hmm. Kind of like how, like, the YouTube videos you watch, a lot of those people have turned their hobby of playing video games into a job of making videos, huh?
Look behind you. Where is it?
Yeah, where on the guitar is this? I don't know. You gonna figure it out?
Oh, maybe this?
No, it's too big to be that on that guitar. And that's the wrong type of guitar anyways. The green one is going to be the type of guitar we're building. It's supposed to be on the headstock. We'll figure it out. Here, maybe we should put the guitar down here.
Oh, wait. Take down the green guitar. I see that yellow thing that's holding up the strings?
You think it's...
Yeah, that. Right there.
Henry thinks the mystery piece is the string tree. I think it's too big for that. But maybe. Watch you be right. Maybe it is the string tree. You're going to find out all the names to all the parts of a guitar in this video. And then there's going to be a test at the end. Ha! Tricked you! You thought you had a week off of school. This is guitar school. Yeah, I think this neck might need a little truss adjustment on there. Let's see if we can steam the fretboard and get it to go back down. There we go. Yeah, I would not build a regular guitar this way. I think this is not a smart way to build a guitar. Whoever came up with this had to sit with a pile of Legos and figure this out forever.
Figuring this out with no manual.
Right. Well, that's what people have to do. Someone has to come up with the idea before they make a manual. And then once they come up with an idea, then they have to make a manual to explain to other people how to do it.
And then they have to put detail into the manual.
Yeah, someone has to make all the pictures, huh?
Yeah, and then they have to draw it or print it.
I think that if I had what you have today with YouTube and, you know, your TikToks and things like that, that allow people to turn hobbies into jobs. I think if I had had that when I was your age, I think I would have ended up having a Lego channel.
Really?
Yep. Not when I was a kid, but like going into college or something like that. There would have been enough content out there to keep me interested in Lego. And it probably would have turned into an adult hobby. Your face is covered by the mic. Probably would have turned into an adult hobby where in college I could have been like, well, I could make videos about this. I'm old enough to put videos on YouTube and make money. Maybe I would have ended up being a Lego YouTuber. It's weird to think about that stuff, huh? Mm-hmm. Think like, oh, I could be doing something totally different if there were different opportunities. Because that's a different opportunity to have that you have that I don't have. You could look at things that you like to do, and when you're old enough, make videos about it if you wanted to. How is this supposed to work? Oh, we're installing pickups and the bridge. This is exciting. I didn't even notice that these were little pickup pieces. They have print on them to look like little pickups. Ah! There's 2 dots right there. The 2 dots mean the 12th fret. There's so many details here. They got, you know, like the fret spacing and everything, and the fret count. Like they really went for it with the details with this. We're almost done with the guitar. When it gets into the amp, though, I have a feeling you're going to be bored by the amp. I'm excited about the amp, though, because the model amp that it comes with is a Princeton Reverb. I have 2 of those. They're my favorite amp. I have one back there, and I have one right there. It's actually a big part of the channel that I have 2 Princetons. Because there's a song. It goes, 2 princes, da 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 da, and I make it part of the show. It's a famous song from when I was a teenager. Okay. He's riveted. There's so many useful Lego pieces these days. Like when I was a kid, we had a lot of great Lego pieces when I was a kid, but there's more now. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining or saying that kids these days have it easy with their Legoing, but kids these days have it easy with their Legoing. Do you feel like you have it easy? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Don't worry, there will be other parts of your life that are hard. It's fine for the Lego part to be easy. This is confusing because they're all red. I'm having trouble visually tracking what's going on here. The funny thing about Henry is that he wants to be in videos with me because he watches a lot of YouTube, and that's, you know, obviously exciting for him that his dad is a YouTuber, but then he doesn't really want to talk on camera, which is totally fine, and honestly probably better. What if he just got on here and started telling all my awful secrets, telling everyone that I have bad breath and stuff? Is this a guitar?
Not even close. Not even close.
Do you think there's any secrets that you know about me that people who watch my YouTube channel don't know about me? Like, is there anything embarrassing that you could say about me that people wouldn't know?
behind the camera.
What's behind the camera? What are you going to tell them about what's behind the camera? Okay, what's behind the camera, Henry? You have to tell them now. You can't just tease it and then not say.
It's really dirty behind the camera.
Oh, it's dirty. I thought you were going to make up a story and say that I have Steve locked in a cage. Sometimes grown-ups forget what they did. Not sometimes, a lot of times. Sometimes I walk into a room and I don't know why I'm there. How long do you think it's going to be until you're a grown-up? Like, at what age do you think you'll be a grown-up?
25.
25, you'll be a grown-up?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Some people aren't grown-ups when they're 25. Some people are grown-ups way before they're 25. Oh, there it is. Whew. Lego's scary. You keep thinking you're missing pieces. You have these little heart attacks. That's how it keeps you engaged. Keeps you excited. How is this going to be a guitar? Apparently this is a guitar. Oh, okay, it snaps in right there.
All right, we're done.
Guitar's finished. There it is, the Henry signature model. Looks like a guitar gun. It shoots music at people. Lego people, what are you doing to us?
This is how they keep people entertained.
You think this is how they keep people entertained, with the stress of constantly feeling like you're missing something? It's a pretty good assessment of life in general.
Maybe it's because they're probably gonna go through the body.
Right. It's gonna be, the strings are gonna be buried inside the body.
Yeah, so you can't cover it and then put it in.
Right, right. You can't put them on afterwards. Yeah, that's smart. You got it figured out. Okay, so bronze one first, which is a very D'Addario color coding. D'Addario is a brand of strings. I wonder if there's going to be a way to tune these. The strings feel a little bit loose to me. If I got tweezers in there and turned to the studs, I could... Oh my gosh, I can tune the strings. Of course I can. They thought of everything. They really did think of everything with this guitar, didn't they? I'm really impressed by all the little details. Just the fact that the string ends have colors on them is pretty impressive. I've built real guitars from kits. Maybe because I understood what I was doing, I felt like they were easier than this. There's a lot less parts building a kit real guitar.
You're used to building this.
Right.
Not that.
Well, this is a guitar that I built from a kit, Henry. And it had some struggles because I did some custom stuff to it. But really it's like body's apart, neck is apart, 6 tuners are the parts, bridge is apart, and then 2 pickups and a switch and a little bit of wiring. Just getting the strings on here is more parts than a kit guitar.
You're trying to fix it. You're trying to tighten something on a guitar, and then you can completely break the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just rip off one of the strings.
That's a real life scenario. I'm always trying to fix a guitar and then end up breaking it more than I intended. All right, there we go. We have a strummable guitar. Now we just need to finish the rest of it. What are these gonna be? Mm-hmm. What are these supposed to be? You know, someday you might watch this video when you're a grown-up. Do you think that'll happen?
Maybe.
You'll be like, and maybe you'll have kids of your own, and you'll be like, hey kids, watch this video where I built a guitar with Grandpa. Or you might not have kids and you'll just watch it for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you want to have kids someday?
Maybe.
I'm asking the big questions. Maybe?
Mm-hmm.
What are some reasons to have kids?
I don't know. I have an idea. What if you went on like the TV, iPad, and all the electronics, and then you just subscribe to your own channel?
Well, Henry is saying that I should go on all of our iPads and the TV and everything else and subscribe to my channel across all of them so that I get all those subscriber numbers. And I bet there are people who do things like that, Henry.
Yeah, where like they subscribe on one device, then they go to another.
But you don't subscribe per device. You subscribe per account. See, you'd have to set up all these different email addresses and all these different accounts to do that. And honestly, at the end of it, it probably wouldn't really be worth it because you could spend forever trying to make, you know, dozens and dozens of accounts. But if there's not real people watching your channel from those accounts, those numbers don't really matter. And those numbers aren't really even that big. It takes thousands of subscribers to make a channel work. A channel is not much without people watching it, right? So you have to have real people watching your channel or it doesn't count. If you're faking it, then you're the person who knows that you're faking it. No one else does, and no one's going to know because they're not watching you anyways. It's important to be very real with this stuff. All right, I think the string tension was better before I fixed my mistake here. Oh, wait. Oh, they're saying for me to pull off the colored ends and tune it. Why were the color ends there in the first place? I've been spending all this time putting the colored ends on it. Why? What are they having me do? Why was that even a step? I feel tricked. Why is Lego tricking me?
They're making you put it on, and now you spend 24 hours trying to put it on. Then you skip. Then you go to the next page and you find out you have to take them off.
We better hurry or we're going to run out of card time before we even build the amp. We're an hour and a half into this, and there's only an hour and a half left on my cards. We better hurry, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's try to wrap this up. Okay, so now we're stacking more gray ones on top. Let's I'm gonna try to build this as fast as I can, and you root me on, okay?
Okay, go,
Dad, go, Dad.
Go.
Well, now I just feel like you're bossing me around. Could you root me on a little bit more politely, please?
Go.
Let's go. Please 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 go.
Please go. Please go. Please go. Please go. Please go. Please go. Please go.
Please go. Please go. Please go.
Please go. Please glow.
Please glow. Please glow. Please glow.
Please glow. Please glow. Please glow. Please glow. Please glow. Please glow. Please glow. Please row. Please.
Please row? Like a boat?
After you say something for a long time without stopping it, it kind of gets hard to say it.
That's true. I repeat a lot of words trying to do these videos, and after a while they stop feeling like words.
Yeah, you're like go, and then you're like is it
Alright.
Now it just looks like a broken guitar bat. Broken guitar bat.
Do you know that there's a tradition where people who are rock stars like to smash a guitar on stage when they're done playing?
Really?
Yeah, some people really hate it because they're like, I wish I had that guitar. Why did they have to smash it? And some people like smashing it because it feels really fun. Like smashing stuff feels fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of understand it. Kind of like, oh yeah, I get it. It's fun to smash stuff. I want to smash stuff. Who doesn't want to smash stuff? But then people out there who are like, I don't have a guitar like that. I'd love to have a guitar that my favorite guitarist played, and then they just smashed it and they feel upset about it. What do you think about that? Do you think people should smash guitars, or do you think it's okay for people to, or do you think it's not okay for people to smash guitars?
Not okay.
You think it's not okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think I disagree with you. I think it's fine for people to smash guitars as like a stage performance thing. Like we watch movies and they smash up and break all kinds of cars and buildings and explode things and fireballs.
I agree with you now.
You agree with me now?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to change your mind. Just because this is a lesson for all of us.
It looks like
Just because someone talking into a camera says something doesn't mean you have to agree with them. Do you know that you...
with wings.
Do you know that you don't have to agree with me?
I know.
But you do agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to.
It's like this is like an uncomfortable red handgun with wings. That's what it looks like.
People are going to have all sorts of comments about the questions that I ask you. And they're like, oh, Ryan's a weird parent. Why is he asking him all these questions? Do you think I'm a weird parent? Or
No.
good? Do you think I'm a normal parent?
Good.
You think I'm a good parent?
Mm-hmm.
But do you think I'm a normal good parent?
Normal good.
You think I'm a normal good parent?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You can say someday, you can be like, Dad, I think you're a weird but good parent. If you want to.
This string right here is really weird. It's like overlapping.
Yeah, they don't really line up perfect, do they? I have a feeling I'm going to get very fidgety with the strings and try to make them perfect, or I won't be able to sleep at night. I can't sleep. That string isn't lined up. Mom comes downstairs. I'm at the kitchen table with a pair of tweezers trying to make the strings on a Lego guitar line up right. It honestly wouldn't be that much weirder than what normally goes on around here, right? Come down in the middle of the night. I'm working on some guitar that I'm obsessed with.
He just wakes up, walks downstairs, look at the Lego guitar, grabs a sledgehammer, smashes it.
It's not right!
Like he just smashes it. He just gets a sledgehammer, smashes it. I need to go to sleep.
I have to break it to fix it.
I need to break it to go to sleep.
I can't sleep until I fix this. I feel a little bit personally attacked right now because I kind of feel that way a lot of times about guitar stuff. Like the other night, on Friday night, you stayed up late watching shows because we do that Friday nights, and I sat there building a pedal board. Like, I've got to redo my whole pedal board. I'm going to do this right now. Are you sure I'm a normal but good parent? I might be an abnormal but good parent.
Good parent.
You think I'm a normal good parent?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I won't take that away from you if that's what you believe. I've stayed up and worked on guitars, and guitars and pedal boards and all sorts of stuff. Oh shoot, this is supposed to connect to what I already put on here. Can I do it after the fact? No, I have to take it off. Do you think that someday you might want to learn how to play guitar, Henry?
Maybe.
Maybe. You don't have to. I don't expect you to. Do you know that?
Okay.
Like some parents really, really want their kids to do the stuff that they're interested in. Like some parents want their kids to play on baseball or football teams like they did or like they wanted to. Some parents do want their kids to play music the way they did. I want you to do what you want to do. Like if you want to play music someday, you know that like I'm going to be able to get whatever you want, right? Like if you wanted to play, like not even guitar, if you wanted to play trombone or something, you know I can get you trombones, right? But if you don't want to learn how to play instruments, you super don't have to. But there are parents who try to make their kids do fun things that they don't want to do, and they become not fun things. Like Grandma, her mom made her learn how to play piano, which is a very good skill to have. Piano is a really cool instrument, but she didn't want to learn how to play piano. And so still to this day, she doesn't play piano, even though she technically learned how to play piano. But she doesn't do it now because she doesn't want to. People only do things like play guitar and play sports and get good at it generally if they like doing it and want to do it. Do you agree with that? Mm-hmm. Like I play guitar because I fell in love with guitar and I wanted to play guitar. I saw a friend playing guitar when I was a teenager and I said, that looks like fun, I want to try that. And I started playing guitar and I taught myself. Same way you might go to a friend's house and see them playing with a video game. You're like, I want to play that video game. It was pretty much the same exact experience for me, but with guitar. Like no one could have made me want to play guitar. So I'm not going to try to make you want to play guitar.
Yeah, we're going to finish half the guitar before we even get to the end.
We're getting close on the guitar. I can smell it. I can smell that we're getting close to a done guitar here. It's got that done guitar smell.
You
smell that? Guitar's almost done.
Who's cooking red guitar?
Is someone cooking a guitar? It smells good.
Or did someone just throw it off a giant bridge?
Oh, you know about me throwing a guitar off a bridge? I didn't know you knew about me throwing a guitar off a bridge.
I knew that for like 5 years.
Now, Henry, it's not responsible to throw things off of bridges. Just because your dad did it doesn't mean you should do it too. And I definitely won't show you the bridge later that I threw it off of. I didn't know that you knew that I threw a guitar off a bridge.
Yeah, I did.
There was something I didn't know about Grandpa until I was older. He has a story where he drove a car into the ocean.
Really?
Yeah. Ask Grandpa to tell you the story of when he drove a car into the ocean.
I'm imagining he just drove into the ocean and then the submarine just found him.
No, he had this car. Okay, so here's the story. I'll tell it to you and then Grandpa can tell it to you again later. When Grandpa was a little bit too young to drive, he didn't have a driver's license yet. There was a guy who came up to him and was like, "Hey kid, you want to buy a car? I'm being shipped off for the army and I'll sell you my car." And so my dad was like, "Yeah, sure, mister. Here's some money." He gave him some money and bought his car from him. and it had a full tank of gas, and he just kind of drove the car around all day. And at the end of the day, he's like, well, I can't take this thing home because I'll get in trouble with my parents. And so he drove it down onto the beach and eventually drove it into the water, then got out of the car and left it there. It was a different time, Henry. If you did that now, you would be arrested. Without a doubt. And he probably could have been arrested back then, too. But, sometimes older people have wild stories about things that they did. Henry's looking at the real thing to figure out where I put stuff. Which is actually a pretty good plan for this because everything's pretty spot on.
Yeah. So you can tell where everything goes if you match the pieces with everything. Oh, and remember that one piece that I thought was the string tree?
Right.
That might actually be the string tree.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, it's because it's buried inside here.
Oh. There's one more.
Oh, now we build the wiggle stick.
Oh.
This is the most important part.
The wiggly. Wiggles. I will be the wiggle stick.
You will be the wiggle stick? I'm so proud of my son, the wiggle stick. My son has grown up to be a wiggle stick and I couldn't be more proud. All right, we've got an hour and 7 minutes to do the amp. Do you think we can do it?
No, I think we should just end the video here.
All right, where do the instructions for the amp start? Because this is all instructions for the black guitar. That's what it'll look like if you did the black guitar, which is boring. Why would you ever do a black and white guitar when you can have a red guitar, right?
Yeah.
The second electric guitar I ever bought was black and white like that. And I love the guitar, but I think it's boring to look at. This is the second electric guitar I ever bought. I kept it. I didn't keep the first electric guitar I ever bought. But I think it's kind of boring. It's black and white. Like, even though this is a real guitar, this looks more exciting on screen right now. Oh, I didn't finish the pickguard. Yeah, the red one looks more exciting, right? Why would you ever go for a black and white guitar? This message brought to you by the Colorful Guitar Gang. That was close. People were probably screaming at the video, Ryan, the pickguard! Now the guitar is done. Wiggle stick, pickguard, and all. All right, let's see if we can build an amp before we run out of time. Pack number 9 to start the amp. Now there's going to be a lot of stuff in the amp kit that I care about that you don't care about, Henry. Even compared to the guitar. But I'm actually really excited for the amp part because it does have a lot of parts that relate to the real thing. And I am such a huge fan of the real thing. Like, remember when you got a Minecraft Lego kit?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's got this part and that part and this part and this part. That's how I feel about the amp. This weird little side part here has built in a side dot already that I've never seen that before. I mean, I've been able to times, which really surprised that I haven't seen something before.
Can I leave now?
Can you leave now, Henry? You got me this gift. You're the one who's been begging to do the video. I think you should stick it out. Not as punishment, but as I think you're going to want to remember this for the rest of your life. Okay? I just think it's going to be character building to stick this out and keep me company and react to my dumb questions to help make this a viable video that people want to watch.
You're going to have 3 of those after this.
3 videos?
No, not 3 videos.
Oh, 3 of the ants?
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
have 3 of them after
I'm going to
this.
have 3 Princetons sitting behind me, baby. That's what I said now.
What if we hung this tiny guitar up with all the other
If I had, it needs to come with a wall hanger. So I could just like... I might have to figure out how to make a little Lego wall hanger just to do that. I love that. That's actually a really great idea.
A bunch of guitars and there's just one tiny guitar.
Right. That's something I should do a follow-up video on. Like, hey guys, if you got one of these guitars, I'm going to show you how to make a hanger. Fender should sell the hanger as a thing that you need to do this. I legitimately love that idea, Henry, and I'm really excited to make it happen. Like, even if I can't make a Lego hanger, I'm gonna figure out. I'll wrap a little string around it and hang it from the wall. So a big thing that I talk about on the channel, Henry, is drippy reverbs. And drippy reverbs are made with a spring inside, sometimes inside of an amp. And I have a feeling this part is going to be the spring. And I think it's going to go right in there to be the spring pan. And I'm bizarrely excited about that. Like, this toy is catering to my very specific interests, down to the spring connects to a white and a blue piece that picks up the electromagnetic vibrations of this specific part that I care so much about. And then even a white and red piece for the audio aux connections. This is ridiculous how detailed it is.
Why do I feel like something smaller than this is going to take a shorter amount of time? And does this actually work?
No, it's not going to actually work. Man, I wish it actually worked. That would be amazing. But it's closely visually modeling the real thing. Like, I could take apart the amp and show you all these pieces. I'm not going to do it because I know you'd be bored. But maybe someday, if you're interested in this, I'll show you and you'll be like, you're right, Dad. It is the same. I love you so much. And I'll say, I love you too, Henry. And then we'll have a big hug together. Wow, thanks for teaching me about reverb, Dad. Do you think you'll ever say that?
No.
I want to show you guys this before I close it up, because the spring pan internals are legitimately like, why would they go to such detail? You could literally just build a box and feel just as satisfied about this amp. I'm gonna zoom in on this. Look at that. It's one spring instead of the 2 or 3 that you find in amp pans. They got that part wrong. I get it. There's not space for it. But it's got a white and a blue connector. The blue one's still covered here. For the spring, which you often find in Accutronics units and stuff like that. And then a white and a red connector for the aux outputs, which is what you find on reverb pans. That level of detail, I'm a little bit smitten. Remember earlier when I was making fun of adults who collect toys? And here I am getting excited about this. No. I'm getting so excited I'm doing things wrong. Feeling a little bad about doing things wrong.
You're excited that you're gonna do it right, but then your excitement makes you do it wrong. But if you weren't excited, it would make you do it right.
But here's the thing, like I do that in my regular guitar videos. It's like I'm always skipping steps and doing things a little bit wrong.
The thing is in life is that if you're not excited, you do the thing right. If you're excited, you don't do it right. That's how it works.
That is weirdly how it works. Like, if you've got a job that's kind of boring, you probably sit there and get it right most of the time. But if you're excited about what you're working on, that's when you make mistakes. That's when you rush things and you're excited to get things done. That's a little bit depressing, honestly, to think about, like, oh, yeah, if this was more boring to me, then I would get it right. Like, I don't want to get things right. I want to have fun and experiment and make mistakes, but learn along the way, you know? What do you think about that as a concept, Henry? Do you think that sometimes, I know you're the one who's pitched it to me here, and now my mind is blown that you came up with something so deep. Do you think it's fine to accept doing things wrong if you're being excited about it? I think that's a good life lesson. You came up with that, Henry. That came out of your head. I mean, I got preoccupied on it and did the interpreting for you. But that idea came out of your head, and I'm impressed.
So did the wonderful idea of hanging the...
It did. No, you have a lot of good ideas, Henry.
Yeah.
You know, we should...
I just thought of a real guitar and this guitar, and I was like, you're hanging them behind you. Just hang this up.
Just hang that one up, too.
Yeah.
You know what we should do for a follow-up video to this?
What?
Since Lego is kind of my thing and Minecraft is your thing, we should do... You should make a guitar in Minecraft, and then I'll try to make a guitar in Minecraft, and we'll compare them as a competition. Do you think that's a good idea? We're like, you'll know more about working in Minecraft, and I'll know more about guitars, so we'll both have an advantage.
Yeah.
My back is starting to hurt from sitting here crouching over this. Lego is a young man's game. I'm too old for this. My back hurts. It's pretty sad and pathetic, honestly. I can't Lego anymore. My back hurts. Hot Pockets. You don't know what that's a reference to.
It's a reference to the commercial.
You've seen Hot Pockets commercials?
Yeah.
There was a comedian who had a whole thing about making fun about the Hot Pockets commercials. And he'd be like, my back hurts. Hot Pockets. My mouth is falling apart. Hot Pockets. Because the joke is that you microwave the Hot Pockets and they get super crazy hot and they just destroy the inside of your mouth. Hot Pockets. And there was a while where we were all very obsessed with this comedy act, and we would just sit around all day saying things and then going, Hot Pockets. Oh my gosh, Henry, you're gonna help me with this. This is busy work. Okay, we've got all of these grill pieces here, like a ton of them.
Oh my gosh.
And we need to put them all on the front of the amp here.
Right here, this?
Yeah, look at the picture.
Bruh.
That's what we gotta do.
Okay, I'm starting.
Don't see anything like that on there. Maybe it's a part inside.
Maybe it's this.
My trophy. Did you know that I have a trophy for being a rocket person?
No, but I've seen it before.
It's for the Space Derby. I have a trophy for winning the Space Derby when I was in Boy Scouts. Here, go get the trophy and show it off to the camera, so people can know what important thing we're talking about. There it is, my trophy for Space Derby. Number 1 Space Derby, Ryan A. Burke, 3/21/1989. And one of the fins is broken off right there. It fell off a shelf one time and the fin broke off. So now I'm making the baffle for the speaker to go into. Is that going to fit in there? We're talking about riding rockets here, guys. If you ride a rocket, give that person a trophy. I think it's fine to get a trophy if you ride a rocket. Also, like, hey, adults that care about that sort of stuff, chill out. What do you think about that, Henry? What do you think about me telling other adults to chill out?
Good.
You feel good about that? I feel good about it too.
How many more minutes do we have?
45 and 14. That doesn't count down to when we run out. That tells us how long we've been going, and it's 2 hours and 10 minutes. The time in the corner of the screen up there tells us how much time we have left.
2 hours and 10 minutes?
No, 46 minutes at the very bottom. 2 hours and 11 minutes.
No, 45 minutes and 50.
Ah! Time is disappearing.
Time is disappearing.
You have no idea.
Time disappears and then it restarts.
Listen, you know how I told you someday you're going to watch this video?
Yeah.
When you watch this video, you will understand what is meant by time is disappearing. You'll be like, you know what? Time is disappearing, and it'll hit you a lot different when you watch this video someday. You have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Because I didn't have any idea what people were talking about when they said that to me when I was your age.
I just noticed this looked, for a second, this looked like it was actually bigger than it, and I was like, wait.
I love that we're building the speaker and no one's ever going to see it. Because the grill on it is, you can't see through it. Like, you can kind of see the speakers in my regular amps when you get up close to them, because you can kind of see through the grill.
You can't see through that, though. That's
what I'm saying. You can't.
black.
But we're building this whole speaker, and no one's going to be even able to see it. It feels a bit like a parenting fail right now, that I'm not involving you in this, but the reality is that we're making a video and we're running out of camera time.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm failing as a parent?
No.
Okay.
I think you should try to get another one of these for like 200,000 subscribers.
They don't do 200,000. They do, I think 1 million is the next one, which I honestly don't think I'll ever get, Henry. And that's not me saying that I don't deserve it. I don't think I deserve it. I think that would be a very unusual thing for a guitar channel to achieve, 1 million subscribers. But I don't think it's practical for me to think of that as a goal. But 100,000 subscribers is it's sincerely an honor for a guitar channel to get 100,000 subscribers, and it does mean a lot to me, honestly. All right, now we're gonna build.
Wait, is it made of diamond?
No, it's not made out of diamond. It's made out of cheap metal.
Oh, cheap metal?
Yeah, this is made out of cheap metal. It's not made out of anything fancy.
You would think it would be made out of like gold or something.
I was actually
cheap metal.
a little bit shocked about how cheap it actually feels. It's not. Which really doesn't matter. Again, I don't actually care about trophies at all. But it was funny to me, like, oh yeah, this is just like a cheap memento thing.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, go to the bathroom. Oh boy, here we go.
What?
There's gonna be a lot of parts here.
We have 35 minutes remaining.
Ah, you're gonna freak me out. I'm running out of time, aren't I?
Yes.
This part feels like it's gonna take forever. Maybe you'll make different decisions next time you buy me a Christmas gift.
yeah, this took way too long.
If I get Dad this gift, he's gonna make me make a long video. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to watch this video someday. It's gonna be important to you.
When Lego just kills your soul once again.
Kills my soul once again? What the heck? I didn't know it was killing my soul at all. Grown-ups can play with toys too, right, Henry?
Kinda.
Kind of? So that makes me think you think it's weird for grown-ups to play with toys. Yeah? A lot of times grown-ups have grown-up toys, like they get into like motorcycles and jet skis and motorhomes and things like that. But sometimes they like toys. But they don't usually... Here's the difference, Henry. Grown-ups don't usually sit there and play with like action figures. Not while people are watching anyways. Usually they just, you know, they're collectors. Their fun is in collecting. Like if Lego came out with a kit for another guitar, I might have to get that one too. Especially if it was a guitar that I liked and I owned a real version of. Like that element of this, it makes it exciting for me. Because it's stuff that I actually own and like.
What if you just go, what if you looked at every single guitar in this room and then you made a Lego version of every one of them? And then you had like the real guitars over there, and then you just had a big shelf underneath them with all the Lego versions.
That sounds like a lot of work. Am I missing pieces? The problem with collecting these things is they take up a ton of space. You know?
Yeah.
I had to stop collecting as many guitars. I've been selling a lot of guitars. How many guitars do you think I had, Henry, when I had the most guitars?
40.
I was just over 40 guitars. That's a lot. I think it was at like 43 guitars or something like that. And so I've made a big effort this year to keep selling as many as I can. I actually made a video about which ones I wanted to sell. And it was really hard to figure out which ones I would want to sell. But I figured it out, and I'm close to 30 now. I need to do an update on that. Oh, this is for the back of the amplifier. Okay. Things are making sense now.
Things are finally make sense in life.
Whew.
Things make sense in life now.
Look at that. It's getting real close to done. Henry has become very bored with this video.
I didn't know it was going to be more than 3 hours long.
Henry is legitimately angry that this video is taking so long to film. I didn't know it was going to take 3 hours. Oh, man, Henry. I'm sorry. Oh, is that it? No, we got to make the guitar cable still. I think you've been a real trooper, Henry. Like, it takes a lot of patience to do a video for 3 hours. That's a serious amount of time to be working on a video, and you've been sitting here the whole time. So we did it. We don't know where the stickers are. We'll have to find them. They've gotten lost in the shuffle of doing all this stuff.
They've gotten lost in the abyss of Lego piles.
Do you think you'll ever buy me one of these sorts of things for a Christmas present again?
No.
Because it took so long?
It took 10 years.
But we don't have to do it as a video. You can just buy me this and be like, Dad, I want you to build this on your own time because I love you and I want you to have this thing. It doesn't have to be a video.
What if we bought a giant one of these?
I already have a giant one of these. You mean bigger than the real ones? Like this?
Like one the same size but made of Lego.
But made out of Lego? It better work. If it's the same size as the real thing, it better work. All right, next time I'll buy you the Lego guitar and we'll make a video. Are you down for that? Okay, what's your rating of this product, Henry, of the Lego guitar and amp combo? How many Henrys do you want to give it?
3 out of 3.
3 out of 3 Henrys. I think he means that to be a low score. All right, bye everyone. Stay grounded.